Few wars have had a greater effect on the United States than the Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865. The northern states and the southern states had differences that could only be reconciled through a bloody war that could have split the nation into two separate countries. The outcome was a nation that was still unified, but it came with the cost of hundreds of thousands of lives, as well as hostility that can still be felt today. Of all the differences that the northern and southern states had, none was more dangerous than the specter of ethnic conflict. This can be summed up in one word or concept: slavery. The southern states believed that slavery should be allowed, while the northern states were completely against the notion of it. Among other major reasons for war were Southern nationalism, states' rights usually concerning slavery, and the election of Abraham Lincoln as president. Lincoln was one of the main advocates to end slavery, once stating that government cannot endure permanently half slave, half free. Quickly following his election, turmoil began to boil over, and within 7 weeks, South Carolina had seceded from the Union. Officially, 11 states would secede from the Union and join the Confederate States of America, beginning a war between the northern 23 states. A bloody war would follow, and the fighting seemed endless. During the war, the Emancipation Proclamation was delivered by President Lincoln, which officially ended slavery in the United States. This only fueled the fire deeper for the Confederates, who sought to keep the slaves they thought should be allowed. The plan was for the Union to enforce a blockade on all Confederate ports and make their way around the southern part of the Confederacy before appearing in its northernmost part on land. This was intended to win the war with as little bloodshed as possible. Nice try. With the capture of Virginia, where the capital of the Confederacy was located, the Union had successfully won the war. In the process, however, over 620,000 lives were taken, and this is approximately equal to the total American fatalities in the Revolution, the War of 1812, the Mexican War, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, and the Korean War combined. Following the war would be one of the most difficult assimilation projects in history, trying to get both the North and the South to learn to be together again. This process would take years to achieve, and roots of the war are still being felt today.